Alright, so here's me hoping that all of that was actually recorded. We'll see, I guess. We have arrived in the last corner where our two ends meet, and this is where I do a reef knot. So if you know the sheet bend that we've used a couple of times now, then you do know probably the reef knot, otherwise known as square knot. If you do not know it yet, go pick it up off YouTube or Wikipedia or wherever. It's another one of those mightily useful knots, because, I mean, this one is a bit tricky. I wouldn't trust my life to it. Like if I were to put my weight on a rope and make a knot to connect another rope to it to hang off of, I wouldn't take this knot because it capsizes both ways. So this one doesn't hold stable if it is overloaded on one side, let's say. But that's actually a plus for the finishing touches on these structures, because I can make my reef knot here, and just as I did while I was talking, I can capsize it one way, capsize it the other, and draw the tension into the line as much as I can. I bet there's a bit slack along the way now, but we'll live with that for the time being. I could go through the whole thing and tighten it up, but I won't for you. I won't bother you now. What I do instead, the last step after the reef knot, which is in my corner here, is that I take the two ends of the line through the two relevant straws. And relevant in this case is the line comes from a straw into the knot, goes through the knot, and then just as with the beat before, it returns into the straw that it came from. And I'll do that with both ends of the line, like that. And that's it. Now I can cut off the excess of the lines. And we have finished our foldable dozen 8-eyes. With one caveat, I still have to add the skewers. And I'll show you just a few, so you know what I will do with the whole thing. But I won't bore you with that now. I will show you how to put the structure together once more now that it's done, just so you get an idea on how I do it with these skewers. I mentioned in the beginning that the skewers are cut to length, and then I carve a little notch, so to speak, into and around the skewer at an angle on one end here. I used to do it in the center, but sorry, you can't even see. I used to do it in the center, but that is unwise because that introduces a place to easily break, so I do it off-center on one end. I cut with an angle like that around, and then add my string, which is done a triple clove hitch. There's another knot to know, because this is the knot for the tree chips too. And that one can slide off this way, but it can't go further than the notch in this direction. So I'll push these skewers in with the end that has the line on it, the knot on it, into the beads, into the straws, like so. Like that, and that's it. And I'll do that with the whole thing, going all the way through all of them. But that I can do once I finish the video. Let me finish with putting this together, and you will remember that on the first one I showed you, the beginning was that I put in, I think the green or the blue, in a little triangle around one end of our bundle here. Oh, let's see if we have a bundle first. We have this, so we have our 6 loose fingers with green and red. We have the 6 green, we have 6 yellow, 6 blue, and 6 loose fingers with blue and red, and the beads on the ends. Perfect. So let's pick one end, and for this time around, let's not put the blue ones around the small triangle, but let's pick the red ones. So I'll take the red one with the bead here, I put that between blue and red, and move over to the next corner between blue and red, and to the last corner between blue and red, and that's the first little triangle done. Remember, here's our little 4 eyes with the additional fingers coming off, and those will triangulate our square X here with the yellow. So the blue fingertip goes between the yellow, and we'll do that 3 times. Remember, 3 times the charm. 1, 2, 3. And then we've reached the equator, and we can turn it all around, and we take the green ones, put those fingertips into the yellow corners of the eyes, triangulating these square X, like that. And the last one, 3 times the charm. And then we've arrived at the other end of the structure. Notice again that if one of those triangles, the last one, is open, we have access to the entire volume of the structure, which is incredible. If you know something about the structure, you know that this is really cool, because it means that I can use this as a basket and wrap it around anything that will fit in there. Alright, and now arriving at this last triangle, we'll put the red fingertips in between the red and green corners of the eyes. And there's the last one, and that's that. Ooh, and now I just bent the straw. I didn't mean to, but that's what happens if I don't have the skewers in there yet. But that's the whole thing. You see how it works now? In this case, I've put in the red ones to be these 2 small opposing eyes, and the blue and green connect all the way around to the equator. The way I did it with the first one, red went to the equator, and blue and green went in the little triangles. But yeah, that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoy this, and I really hope you try to make one, and let me know how it went, and what you think of it. And now, after already bending this one, I'll go about and add my last skewers. Sorry, Daniel, you'll get this one. You'll find the bend. That's what you get for... That's what one gets for impatience, I suppose. Alright, with that, I'll be adding my skewers here, and I'll see you in the next one. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe if that means anything to you. Please share this with anyone you think might be interested in it, and yeah, go enjoy this marvelous, most brilliant of synergetic structures. It's really quite awesome, because before I had this, I had already figured out how to do foldable 4 eyes and foldable 8 eyes, and the stupid cubic is already foldable in its own. But I had only figured out like a variation on the dozen 8 eyes over a long time that was, let's say, semi-foldable, because the most I could fold it was still like a belt of triangles. And there were 2 corners without beads. which speaks to its imbalance in some regards. And with this pattern here, we have complete symmetry and balance over the whole thing. There's a bead for every corner, which is absolutely brilliant. We have this most voluminous of the basic main structures, spherical structures of space-time, foldable into a bundle. A bundle. Do you hear me? It's a bundle. That's unbelievable. It goes from a volume of 0 to a volume of 106.5 and some golden ratio in terms of quanta volume. That's absolutely staggering. And again, it's scalable. It's available to everyone. It's great fun. It turns this simple toy into a marvelous little minimum sort of basket. And that's it. It completed my set of foldable structures, so that I can now have these on me wherever I go, all just folded up so that they don't take up all that much room. And that's that. Cool. Oh, nice. So with that, I lift my hat, and I wish you a great experience with this structure. Peace.